They say loyalty is a royalty, but for Papoose, it just became his public execution. Tonight, we aren't just witnessing a breakup. We are watching the total, microscopic annihilation of a man's soul in real time. Imagine standing 10 toes down for a woman while the entire world laughed in your face. Imagine fighting every troll, every blog, and every lie, only to realize the person you were protecting was the one sharpening the knife behind your back. But this is a level of cold-blooded cruelty that makes the devil himself flinch. The latest leaks have shattered the glass house, revealing a double life so dark, it has left Papoose in a state of total psychological detonation. We aren't just talking about a side piece anymore. We are talking about a secret identity, a closeted reality, and an alleged orgy with 3 women that has turned Papoose's world into a charred wasteland of deception. To find out the woman you loved never even existed. Reports say Papoose didn't just cry, he crumbled. He fell to his knees in a silence so loud it screamed. While he was out here being the gold standard of men, she was allegedly living a life that excluded his very essence. Maserati Bud didn't just drop receipts. He delivered a digital assassination straight to Papoose's soul. This is the death of an icon. This is the slow, agonizing collapse of the most loyal man in hip-hop. Grab your tissues and hold your heart, because after this, the word forever will feel like a death sentence. The silence radiating from Papoose's camp right now isn't just a PR strategy. It is a deafening sound of a man's universe splintering into a million jagged, unfixable fragments. We have seen celebrity scandals before. We have seen the messy breakups, the leaked texts, and the typical he said, she said drama. But what we are witnessing tonight is something far more sinister. This is a forensic dissection of a man's pride. This is the moment the gold standard of hip-hop loyalty was dragged into the town square and stripped of his dignity in front of millions. 4 years, Papoose wasn't just a husband or a partner, he was a fortress. He was a man who stood 10 toes down when the entire world told him he was a fool. When the blogs mocked Claressa shields, Papoose was a shield. When the trolls called her a commoner, he reminded the world she was a queen. He fought the shadows so she could walk in the light. But tonight, that light has been extinguished by betrayal so vile, it feels like a physical blow to the chest. Insiders are reporting that the trigger for this total psychological detonation was a direct strike from Maserati Bud. He didn't just post a cryptic message. He didn't just hint at an affair. Sources say he sent a video directly to Papoose's personal phone, a digital execution delivered with surgical precision. Imagine the scene, a quiet room, the glow of a smartphone, and the sudden, violent realization that every "I love you" ever heard was a calculated lie. But the contents of that video, it wasn't just cheating. It was an invitation into a secret world Papoose never knew existed. The rumors are now a roaring flame. The video allegedly captures Claressa Shields in a compromising, intimate orgy with 3 other women. Let the gravity of that sink in. This isn't just about another man. This is about a total hidden identity. The whispers are becoming a scream, that the woman Papoose worshipped as his queen was living as a closeted lesbian behind the closed doors of their sanctuary. To find out your partner is unfaithful is one thing, but to find out that your partner's entire orientation, her very essence, was a secret she kept hidden while you were out here defending her honor, that is a psychological haunting. It makes you look in the mirror and wonder if you ever truly knew the person breathing next to you in the dark. It turns every memory, every anniversary, and every shared laugh into a hollow, mocking echo. Maserati Bud didn't just want to expose her, he wanted to annihilate Papoose. By choosing to leak a video that highlights a double life and a secret lifestyle, he targeted Papoose's masculinity and his street smarts. He wanted the world to see Papoose as the man who was the last to know. This was a calculated move to show that while Papoose was on FaceTime, professing his undying devotion, the champion was reportedly exploring a reality that excluded him entirely. Reports from those close to the situation say that when the footage ended, Papoose didn't yell. He didn't throw his phone. He simply crumbled. He fell to his knees in a deafening silence, staring at the screen as a woman he would have died for effectively signed his death warrant. He is currently a man trapped in a house of mirrors, where every reflection shows a different version of the same betrayal. He is mourning the death of a woman who never actually existed. The Claressa he loved was a character. The real woman was someone he didn't even have the keys to understand. This is the illusion of knowledge in its most tragic form. It is a realization that you can spend years with someone, sacrifice your reputation for them, and still be a complete stranger to their truth. The internet is currently a digital coliseum, and Papoose is a gladiator who has dropped his sword, not because he is weak, but because he has realized he was fighting for a kingdom that was already burned to the ground. As we move into the deeper details of these receipts, keep your heart guarded, because the timestamps we are about to reveal align perfectly with the moments Papoose was most vocal about his loyalty. While he was being the shield, she was allegedly being the architect of his ultimate public shame. This isn't just a gossip story anymore. This is a funeral for the idea of forever. The deeper we descend into this digital massacre, the more we realize that the video Maserati Bud sent wasn't just a clip. It was a meticulously crafted map of every lie Papoose ever. Believe, this is where the gossip ends and the tragedy truly begins. We aren't just looking at a moment of weakness. We are looking at a full forensic dissection of betrayal executed with surgical precision. Insiders are now whispering that the footage contains timestamps that align perfectly, almost mockingly, with the very moment Papoose was publicly declaring his undying, 10 toes down support for Claressa shields. Think back to the moments when Papoose was posting heart emojis, shielding her from a relentless 50-cent trolls, and proclaiming to the world that his woman was a virtuous champion. While he was out there being her sword and her shield, the camera in that room was capturing a reality that turned his loyalty into a tragic, global farce. This isn't just about a woman being caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's about the staggering audacity of the environment itself. The footage allegedly reveals Maserati Bud lounging in the very furniture Papoose helped select for their sanctuary, breathing the same air in a home that was supposed to be a fortress of us against the world. The sight of another man's shoes on your carpet while you're in the streets defending her honor is a humiliation so sharp it leaves a permanent, jagged scar on a man's soul. But the blade was twisted even further. Maserati Bud didn't just stop at the visual evidence of another man's presence. He allegedly combined the footage with a series of voice notes and text designed to fracture Papoose's sanity. Sources claim Maserati taunted him, asking him how it felt to be the last one to know while the rest of the industry had already caught on. For a man like Papoose, whose entire brand was built on being the most aware, street-smart, and loyal figure in the game, this is the ultimate nightmare. To be the only character in a play who didn't know the ending is a psychological strike that could break even the strongest spirit. And then came the bomb that has the internet paralyzed, the secret life. The rumors of the orgy with 3 women didn't just suggest infidelity, they suggested a total, hidden orientation. The whispers of Claressa being a closeted lesbian have turned this from a cheating scandal into a total identity crisis for Papoose. Imagine the chilling precision of that cruelty. Imagine realizing that while you were on FaceTime, professing your love and promising to be home soon, she was reportedly exploring a reality that didn't just exclude you, but fundamentally erased you. The video allegedly shows her laughing, not a nervous laugh, but a calm, at-home kind of laughter, while Maserati Bud cracks jokes that mock the very idea of their power couple image. It's the kind of video that makes you rewind every interview they ever did, searching for the moment the mask slipped. You study her eyes, her gestures, her tone, and suddenly it hits you like a physical blow. The champion was a role she played for the cameras, while the real woman had already moved in a completely different direction. Papoose wasn't just losing a partner, he was losing his memory of the last several years. Every memory he has is now being refiltered through the lens of this humiliating video. He is trapped in a house of mirrors where every reflection shows a different version of the same lie. But as the weight of this betrayal sank in, the shadow of Remy Ma loomed larger and darker over the situation. This is where the story shifts from private heartbreak to a public character assassination. Remy Ma didn't offer a single comforting word. She didn't send a private message of support. Instead, she emerged into the spotlight with a razor-sharp, mocking laugh that is currently reverberating across the internet. Her words delivered a lethal blow to his remaining dignity. "I told you so." Reports claim she's been seen in elite circles laughing at the sheer irony, ridiculing his FaceTime loyalty, and mocking the fact that he was staring at a screen thinking he was seeing his queen, while in reality, he was the punchline of a cruel joke he didn't even know existed. For a woman who once shared his life to dance on the grave of his reputation at his lowest moment is a level of coldness that has left fans physically sick. The overlap isn't a theory anymore. It's a verified nightmare. The realization lands like a hammer. This betrayal wasn't a one-time slip. It was a meticulously crafted lifestyle. while Papoose was upstairs, metaphorically and literally, believing in a narrative of ironclad loyalty. Another reality was breathing, moving, and laughing just out of his sight. The silence from his camp isn't a strategy. It's the sound of a man who has lost his voice under the unbearable weight of the truth. He is a gladiator who dropped his sword, realizing he was fighting for a kingdom that never existed. The atmosphere in the industry has shifted from a digital inferno to a cold, hollow silence that feels like the aftermath of a funeral. We aren't just talking about a breakup anymore. We are witnessing the total, microscopic evaporation of a man's pride. Insiders are now revealing that the final minutes of that humiliating footage sent by Maserati Bud weren't just about the act of betrayal. They were a calculated, psychological assault. In the video, Maserati Bud allegedly pans a camera across the room, exposing the intimate details of a life Papoose believed was reserved for him alone. The quiet domestic moments, the unmade bed, the casual interactions, all captured while Papoose was likely in a studio somewhere, crafting verses about a champion heart. But it's a secret life reveal that has truly shattered the man. As the whispers of a closeted identity and the alleged orgy with 3 women hit the internet, the realization landed on Papoose like a mountain of lead. Imagine the psychological torture. To find out that the woman you spent years defending, the woman you built your entire identity around protecting, didn't just cheat. She didn't even exist in the way you thought she did. The champion wasn't just unfaithful. She was allegedly living an entirely different reality, an entirely different orientation that excluded Papoose fundamentally. He wasn't just a partner. He was a cover, a shield for a truth she wasn't ready to tell the world. Reports from those close to the camp say that when Papoose finally saw the full footage, the laughter, the ease with which he navigated the secret world, he didn't just break down, he disintegrated. Sources say he sat in a dark room for hours, the blue light of his phone reflecting off tears of pure, unadulterated shock. He wasn't just mourning a relationship, he was mourning his own sanity. How do you trust your own eyes again when you realize you were staring at a life for years? How do you speak about loyalty when your loyalty was used as a very tool to blind you? And as he sat in that silence, the world didn't offer him grace. It offered him a circus. The internet has become a digital coliseum, and Papoose is a gladiator who dropped his sword, only to find the crowd isn't cheering for his bravery. They are laughing at his blindness. The memes are cruel. The FaceTime loyalty jokes are relentless, but nothing cuts deeper than the mockery from his own past. Remy Ma's laughter is the background music to his collapse. "Huh, I told you so" isn't just a comment. It's a lethal injection to his dignity. To have the woman who knew you best celebrate your public execution is a level of cold-blooded karma that few men could ever survive. The illusion of knowledge has never been more terrifying. It proves that you can sleep next to someone for 1,000 nights and still be a stranger to the person behind their eyes. While Papoose was standing 10 toes down, he was standing on a foundation of sand that had already washed away. The realization that he was a trophy to Maserati Bud and a cover to Claressa has left him speechless. A man of words, a master of lyrics, now finds himself in a void where language fails. The most heartbreaking image is a silence coming from Papoose himself. No tweets, no Instagram stories, no angry freestyle, just a deafening, hollow absence. It's the silence of a man who has looked at the receipts, checked the timestamps, and realized that every "I love you" was a script and every good night was a signal for the real show to begin. He is currently the most embarrassed man in the history of the game, not because he did something wrong, but because he did everything right for the wrong person. As we look at the wreckage, we see more than just a failed romance. We see the death of an era of loyalty. If a man like Papoose can be destroyed this way, if his unwavering devotion can be turned into a weapon against him, then what does that say about trust in this ruthless world of fame? The champion energy is gone, replaced by the frantic movements of a woman trying to outrun a shadow that has already swallowed her whole. And Papoose? He is left holding the ashes of a life that was never real. Grab your tissues, because we are watching the final, agonizing breath of a man's soul. This is the death of an icon, and the truth is screaming louder than the lies ever could. As the screen fades to black on this digital massacre, we are left standing in the cold, hollow wreckage of what we once believed was the strongest bond in the industry. This isn't just another celebrity breakup. It's a chilling cautionary tale that has left us all questioning the very definition of loyalty. We've looked at the receipts. We've heard the mocking laughter of Remy Ma, and we felt the weight of Papoose's deafening silence. But now, the story belongs to you. Because this isn't just about celebrities, it's about the fear we all carry. The fear that the person would take a bullet for is the one pulling the trigger. I want you to stop and think for a second. Was Papoose a hero for staying solid against the world, or was he a victim of his own refusal to see the truth? Is his breakdown a sign of weakness, or is it the ultimate proof of a heart that loved too much? And what about the champion? Can a legacy ever recover from a betrayal this calculated, this intimate, and this deceptive? Drop a comment below right now. We are reading every single one. Tell us, are you #Team Loyalty, standing with a man who crumbled for love, or has this saga convinced you that trust in this world is a dangerous, lethal game? We need to hear your voice, because your engagement is the only thing that keeps the truth screaming louder than the lies. If this story moved you, if it made you rethink everything you knew about love and the masks people wear, hit that like button. It's the only way to honor the truth in a world full of fabrications. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on those post notifications. This scandal is mutating by the hour. With whispers of more footage and a direct response from Papoose on the horizon, you cannot afford to be the last to know. We are locked in, the receipts are still dropping, and we will be here to guide you through the darkness. Stay watched, stay alert, and above all, stay safe. Because in this game of love and war, the biggest twist is always the one you never saw coming. This is the beginning of the end. We'll see you in the next deep dive.